This episode of the Turf District podcast is brought to you by the Edmonton Community Foundation. The foundation acts as a bridge between donors and charities to create a strong, vibrant community for generations to come. You can start an endowment fund yourself or with a group, and once it reaches $10,000, it can start distributing funds. Vital Signs is an annual checkup conducted by the Edmonton Community Foundation in partnership with Edmonton Social Planning Council to measure how the community is doing. This year's focus is on making ends meet in Edmonton. You can learn more at ecfoundation.org. Enjoy the show.
Hey, fellas, we ain't gonna ever back down from nobody. I don't care who it is. This is a brotherhood. And if we stay strong together, we can't be denied. If one of us goes down, we have another, and another, and another that's ready to fight. So let's hit this field and bang them, bang them, bang them. Somebody light me up.
It's time to huddle up. It's the Turf District podcast. Welcome back to the Turf District, where we huddle up to talk all things Nathan Rourke and the CFL. And we're a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown, community supported. And we're also a part of the Canadian Football Podcast Network. I'm Andrew, and welcome in tonight, and thank you for joining us. If you've downloaded the podcast, thank you for downloading. If you're watching live on YouTube, thank you for joining us for the show. And of course, throw in your questions or anything that you have in the chat right below so that we can chat throughout the show and, of course, into overtime. I can't imagine it'll be a super long show because we don't have a lot of nice things to say, but we'll still find a way through because it's Monday night and we get to chat with our friends, starting with Superfan Mike.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, there they are.
There they are. How's your week been?
Well, I really like beer. Does that answer my question?
It
Does that answer
sure
your question?
does.
That's right. Tonight I'm trying the Atomic Sonic Lager from CG Brewing, which is right in Edmonton. Highly
Fancy.
recommend.
Not even
Yeah.
a sponsor. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But they could
They really should sponsor because right now we could use a lot of it. Yeah.
sponsored by gin.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I thought, did you appreciate the new intro? I thought I'd just change it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I figure at this point, somebody on Wikipedia has already put that Nathan Rourke is the owner of our team, so we might as well talk about him.
Pretty
Good.
much, yeah. He's had a good season. And let's not forget, he started 2 games last year, and one of them he just absolutely crushed us. So
3 games in a row for us with him.
yeah.
Can't wait to play BC again. That's great.
End of the season, we're fine. We got time.
Is that it? Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
fine.
positivity.
And it's at home. So,
That helps.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Who else is here? Our other friend is here, Kayla. Hello, Commissioner.
Hey.
I thought
That
you were
says it all.
because you paused for so long before talking. I'm like, are you there?
I have no witty responses today.
Like every team meeting everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Nice. On the other hand, hey, maybe you were just delayed. Maybe it was just like last week. How do we know?
Well, we can, yeah.
That was, you found enough quarters in the internet and away we go.
Oy, oy, oy. That was so weird because you would answer and you're like, okay. I'm like, what? Like, I'm just answering you. I didn't realize it was like an actual delay. And I was like, why are you getting so mad?
Wait, it's not working. That's not working. Well,
Gosh.
I'm glad you are back in your space and we are all back together as we should be to talk all things Edmonton Elks. So,
all things or all thing? One thing.
not all things. No,
There's a few things to talk about.
There's a few
Is there?
things. We do have things. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's who we're signing this week is thing 1 and thing 2.
Maybe.
I mean, really, how bad
Maybe
could
it'll
it
be
get?
a trade.
Yeah, I'm waiting
I
for
think-
more so and so got traded for this for a first round pick and blah blah blah. And it's like,
For a draft pick, yeah, we're really good at doing those. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, exactly. Well, let's start with the one piece of Elks news that we have before we get into this amazing game.
This is weird.
we
We
did-
signed someone.
We did. Oh, so odd.
I know.
Like,
That never
every
happens.
week when I go to get this together, I'm like, well, there's only one name though. It felt like that section's
Weird.
awfully small.
Yeah. That
Weird.
seems odd.
Yeah. Well, we signed offensive lineman Andrew Garnett.
Yeah.
I think, because there's all right, to the practice roster.
Sure.
An offensive lineman.
That's good. I
Not
mean,
bad. That is good.
the
I
offensive
wonder if-
lineman had a tough game, so maybe, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's
really?
good.
I know. Not that anyone noticed.
No, we're not going to talk about that at all.
No.
I didn't.
All
Well, yeah, two of us didn't notice because we weren't even conscious.
That's fair. Yeah. We'll talk about this right now because we'll get into the Elks game blown out once again, 46-14.
Yeah. It could have gone either way.
Hey, you know what? We were 13 points less than last time.
That's true. And as we were discussing with Paul Reckner, we didn't let him break 50.
That's right. Yeah, that was
That's a win.
That was the over under we had going on this week. So that's all right. But yes, in full disclosure, I went up to put my youngest to bed at halftime, and I woke up with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter and decided, meh. So, I've watched the highlights, and I think Kayla, you were not far behind me.
Oh
Highlights.
no! Sometime in the third, I was a goner, and then I woke up to Nathan Rourke being interviewed. I'm like, so we lost, cool.
Okay,
And then I just turned it off.
Well, I don't. I think I texted Mike. He says, "Oh, you didn't miss a whole lot." I'm like, okay. So,
Well, I mean, to be fair, we scored a touchdown in the first half, and we scored one in the second half.
Ooh,
That's true.
boy.
So there you go.
and you want to know who scored it too in the second half? The guy that I took out of my fantasy lineup to put in the guy that was listed as the starter.
Good for you.
You think I'd learn after this
No.
many weeks, but yeah.
No.
You're quite happy that I don't learn that, but that's just going to help you get farther ahead. All right, let's talk about it. I want to actually, before we get into the game part, 12 new players coming in on the roster on the depth chart,
And 6 leaving.
and then a few going to the injured list, right?
Yeah.
So, man, this truly is just like continued preseason, right?
Well, it's a 4-year contract for our existing coaching staff. So I guess they figured as long as they've got a plan, right?
Right.
And if
Right.
they can get a team that they like that's really strong, then maybe going into years 2, 3, and 4,
Yeah.
we'll do well.
And I think we need to preface this whole setup with a bit of that, and the fact that this is year one after basically cutting a team down to the studs, right? Like we
Are they?
well, where's to bring out the stud finder to practice? Nope. Oh, there's one.
There you go.
Nope. There's the dad joke.
Yes.
It's it's I think we do have to preach some patience in the fact that I know it sucks to watch it. Trust me, I know it sucks. All three of us will say it sucks to watch it, but and it's painful to watch that just so not playing well for a majority of the games. But in the long run, we saw that in Saskatchewan in that first year when Chris Jones went there too, right? They ended up going, wasn't it 1-10 to start, and then they won the last 5 or 6 or
Right.
something. Like it was something along those lines. So, and now we see how their team just kind of got better and better. So I'm hoping that's the same pattern for us, and I want to be patient for that. And as much as we kid and joke and are obviously frustrated and upset, it doesn't mean that we stop following the team or anything along those lines. I want to make that very clear. It's not like forget it, I'm not watching anymore. It's just a matter of we know we believe in the long game, and that's kind of where we're hoping. So
I mean, you have got to give credit to the other team too, right? They have played well, not just against us. I mean, they absolutely destroyed Toronto. And this is the same team here in Edmonton that played well against Winnipeg, right? We lost, but it was a 2-score game, not a 35-point game or anything. So 32 points.
Well, but then we took off all the players that did well and put new guys in, and that's what happened. Like,
well, the music, right? So everyone had to be, if you weren't sitting.
So, what song do they play for that in the Elks locker room?
Probably White Guy Wednesday. That's all I know.
Oh, probably, yeah. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Is that the song? And then stops playing. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about this game. Can anybody find some goods? Let's talk about a couple of goods. I'll start with you, Superfan.
I thought Darrell Walker had probably his best game of the season.
Yeah,
he had a lot of fight in him. Something that we probably didn't see a lot last season and a lot of games this season. And he was fighting for those yards and pushing to get those catches. I thought he had a great game.
Yeah, I would agree. And I believe he finished 97 yards.
Yeah,
in that range. Yeah, so that's pretty good for I would say his best game in a couple of seasons. So that's nice to see.
Yeah,
Commissioner, what do you got?
The
bed was comfy.
Did Mike
so comfy? I fell asleep. Yeah, I mean, it was weird because we started horribly on special teams. Surprise! Shocker there. And then offense, but at least like that first play, the defense came out strong and like stopped that terrible turnover. And I'm like, oh, at least the defense showed up. I was wrong. After that, I don't think they did. I don't know. Like, I honestly, this is one of those games. I don't remember what happened because I just didn't care. After that third touchdown from BC, I was like, I have a really bad feeling this is going where it went before. So I'm just going to be kind of there. And then I fell asleep. So, I mean,
that's good.
You and the team.
You're right, though. That
ended. That's my positive.
Yeah, and you're right about that first series though. Like Jake Ceresna had a huge start to the game.
Yeah,
those first 2 plays, rushes the ball, gets a sack in the next play. Like,
stop Butler. It was great.
Great to start.
They were pressuring from what the portions that I saw. Like they were throwing the blitz, like they were going at Rourke, and they were somewhat doing what I needed them to do, which was keep him off balance or whatever my keys to the game was contain him, I think. And they were trying. So that's good. But they didn't succeed because he's such a slippery little guy and he's quick and efficient. And I mean, who leaves Lucky Whitehead open in the backfield with an arm like Rourke? Like, wow. Recipe for disaster. And
well, 2 defensive backs covered the same guy.
Yeah, and then didn't they run into each other?
Yeah. Well,
Well, they brought everybody on that play too. Like they were bringing
no one was left in the
didn't get to him, right?
Yeah.
And
why would you do that?
Was going to be left. And the one thing though, I agree with you. The one thing I will say though, and not that this should come as a surprise to anybody at this point, but Nathan Rourke's accuracy, even while he's having to dodge around guys, is superhuman. Like that one, I can't even remember who the pass was to. It's got to be one of the ones to Dominic Grimes. And he threaded through 3 Elks defenders and it landed in the hands. I'm like, how? Like it was crazy. Also, I have not seen a corner route thrown like that second Dominic Grimes pass in many, many years. And it reminded me a lot of a number 15 that we saw here, because what a pass. Right on the money, right in the corner. Just Holy cow. If nothing else, my good was it was exciting to watch BC have that success. I
Yeah.
hated that against us, but man, oh man, can that kid play? And that is,
True.
BC has gone a long time without something to really cheer about.
Right.
They have something to cheer about, and he's amazing. I really enjoyed that. My only thing is, and I understand that there is, some likelihood that maybe he goes to the NFL. Like, he's obviously playing very well. That's a possibility.
Not for another year, yeah.
But I don't want to talk about that yet. I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I really am excited when he gets to play all the teams that we hate and he does that to them. That'd be nice.
There's gonna be a lot of
Yeah,
those.
we could have lost to much worse. Let's just put it that way.
So yeah, that's the one thing. The other thing I'll say for my one positive is, hey, we got less penalties than BC did.
It's true. Penalties were definitely down in this game for us.
Yeah, we got 8 and they had 11.
And yards even.
I think we were 76 and they were 100.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's headed in the right direction. Take the small wins where you can get them.
Yeah, we're
Right now,
hard work in progress.
yes. In my notes for the bads, I had everything else. But is there anything specific that you would like to talk about? Kayla, I'll start with you this time.
I think just from what I saw, really poor decisions from some of the DBs. I don't know. I don't think that Duron Carter could really solve any of the issues that were getting thrown his way. Looked a bit, and this is like nothing against him. I just think all of them didn't do a great job. We definitely need, I can't even see a vet because he is a vet. So I don't know. There just doesn't seem like any consistency or leadership in the backfield. Something's off. I mean, the whole team is off, like, let's be honest, but I don't know. It just felt like, oh, look, there goes another one, another touchdown. It was just like repetitive that second quarter, was it? Or was it it was the first quarter when they just scored like 21 points, like wham, bam.
They had 2 touchdowns because it was 14-7 at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Paul and I were all saying, hey, if we said 14-7 at the end of the first quarter, would we have all taken that last week? Yep.
Yeah.
We're happy with
and
that,
then
right?
I think it was after they got one, we got one, and then they got 3. So they were up like 28. I'm like, okay, I'm just like, I mean, there's still a shot, but I don't know. It just looked really like, what was my job again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mike, I'll throw it to you because I think you can build on that, I think, because we were talking about it.
Well, there's a few different things. One, we need to stop allowing the players to have popcorn before the game with the extra butter, because clearly they can't hold on to that ball early in the game. We only had 2 fumbles in the game, and they were the first 2 times we had the ball. So yeah, that didn't help. The first one we sort of dodged a bullet on Duron Carter. But then Kenny Lawler's fumble when he was fighting for XG yards. I can't really blame him for that. He was just trying to work a lot harder. I think that maybe got in his head a bit because he just wasn't having it after that. And the second thing is, and stop me if you've heard this one before, when you have 2 different running backs in Milanovic Litre and Malik Irons, and you give them 6 carries the entire game, that is just not enough. Like,
no.
When you have an offensive coordinator that was an offensive lineman who love run blocking and you don't run the ball, I just don't get it. Especially when you were struggling so much throwing the ball. I mean, we had 50 some odd % throwing completion rate.
Yeah.
You need to have more balance on offense. And when we've had balance, we've done better. And some people will say, well, yeah, but it averages out more when you're leading. But even in games where we've done well and not won or not been leading that long, we still ran the ball a lot.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other part of that is I'm sorry, by halfway through the second quarter, that game was over. So at least do both. Put some balance in and see if it'll actually throw it off a little bit. Like, I was watching today. The Elks put the drive of the game out, which was
Right.
great. I love the videos. I love
The
all
irons,
that.
touchdown.
But it was 8 plays, and only one was the rushing play for the touchdown. Everything else was a throw here,
100%.
throw there. And I get we were down and all those type of things, but like balance is now's the time to be practicing it against a good team. Like do both, right?
Especially when they were pinning their ears back, right? That defensive line and the linebackers and the secondary, they were coming hard. And you could see Cornelius knew they were doing it, and he was trying to have them go offside. Like throw a screen, get a run play, get a draw, something.
Yeah, something that makes them have to think about it just a little bit. Yeah.
So you mean throw creativity in?
No, can't have that.
No, that's not allowed. And here I thought you were going to say, I think the biggest thing is we need DBs who are actually DBs. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like no more shoulder tackles. Like it does, like throwing a shoulder does not, you have to wrap the guy up.
Well, that's not tackling. So.
And that's right. And Raphael Leonard he just got picked on all night.
I mean, when your guy is Dominic Rhymes and Nathan Rourke throwing the ball, everyone's going to have a bad day. But especially guys that are not DBs. I mean,
yes, exactly.
He was a DB in college, but
right. But that's a little different. And I don't know. I was told at halftime when they interviewed Ed Gainey, it was just like he didn't even have any answers either. He's the bed. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like that's he had a Brazilian tie moment. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, I think Dave Campbell also said it on Ched, like after the game, and the days following, is that sometimes a team has your number. Because again, Winnipeg, who is people say the best team in the league, beat us by 2 scores, and BC has just completely crushed us in the last 3 games they played us. So for whatever reason, Rourke just plays well against us. Better than, I mean, Calgary obviously had that great game against us here, which was so disappointing after we had kept it close in Calgary, but
yeah, it's and I think that's part of it, right? It's the 3rd blowout this season guys, dude, come on,
dude, bro,
all of those things. Yeah, exactly,
dude, bro. Yeah.
Anything else that we need to chat? Actually, well, is there a couple of comments in the chat that we should bring forward at this moment, Mike?
There's a lot of chat.
I can imagine. Yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Linda Wood Edwards, I think, maybe is entitled the podcast. We have no studs. Our resident stud finder, can't seem to find any either. So.
Correct. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
I thought that was Leanne.
Also fair.
Yeah. Like it's a tough one for sure. Jerry Cooper says, I thought Hutter had been doing a great job at safety this season, although he did again have that shoulder check that is not a tackle. Like normally he wraps up, and it just seemed like nobody was doing it today.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last week. So Deron Carter was lost out there, says Coach Vic. He was running around with what appeared to be no clue. Lucas O'Connor has a great point, and they mentioned it in the podcast at halftime. I think it might have been David Sanchez talking about there was no communication on the back end. The secondary was just not talking to each other at all. And I think that's part of it because, again, you've got wide receivers playing defensive back, including the safety, who's sort of the quarterback of those 4. And if no one's communicating, you're going to get people bumping into each other like we saw on that long pass to Lucky Whitehead.
Yep.
Yeah, we're really missing Aaron Grimes, right?
Yep.
He is that leader in that backfield, right?
And apparently still could be a while. So
so sad. So sad. I was hoping to see so much more of him. Yeah.
What else we got here? Tim Capper. Why did Victor Cue take a page from the Gary Stern playbook and predict 4 straight wins?
You know what? This is a good one to kind of end this game on.
I don't know if is it the Gary Stern playbook or is it the Ryan Ballantyne playbook? I'm just wondering.
Oh, if it was Ryan Ballantyne, Victor would have said, "We're winning out."
Yeah.
Grey Cup.
Why would
No
you
more
pick against
losses.
your team? Says Ryan.
Correct. Yeah. So you know what? I honestly think it's just he tries to bring that positive
I agree.
feeling out, right? And
I see no problem with it at all.
he
You got to
wants
project
that to be-
positivity, if
Yeah.
anything, right now.
Got to put it
Yeah.
out. I mean, he's a successful enough man, more successful than likely I'll ever be in my lifetime in that particular arena. So if he figures that this is something good to do for the team, then I'm with it. Let him do it.
Yeah.
You can't predict, we're going to lose the next 4 games. Like, come on.
Yeah, right.
And you can only say, we're going to try really hard. And, sometimes it just wasn't you can't do that every week after week after week. You got to have something out there. Put it out in the universe and it'll come back to you or something. I don't know.
Something like that. And he took a beating for it on Twitter after, but then he said, "Hey, they're a good team. I'm excited about my
100%.
team. I'm never gonna not think positively about them. I'm never gonna not think that they're going to do well." And
Yeah,
I
say that right?
appreciate his positivity because it's not obnoxious and annoying and like
no,
ponies
Yeah.
and rainbows and sunshine. Oh, it's like
that's
no,
the halftime
no.
show next week. So that'll be good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Should be
that can
fun.
also be the titles of the podcast: "Ponies and Rainbows and Sunshine." That's what it's. This we've totally brought that to this podcast. I feel.
What are you?
Yay
you
for
a-
video podcast.
Are you
Well
a
done.
My Little Brony or something? What's going on here?
Probably. Yeah, they are funny. Shut up, they're funny.
Are they?
Right, they are. We should go to something a touch more fun. How about
My Little
Horde
Brony?
No, than the game. But yeah, how about a little Horde and Tell, superfan?
I
Are
was
you ready for
about.
that?
Sure.
All right, then let's go to the Horde and Tell.
There
you
we go.
Oh,
Huh?
look at this! The Alma fan club.
You like that?
Wear your hat like that always.
Well, if I'm wearing headphones, like I said, this is not going to fit on my head.
Wow.
So, but yeah,
That's
I
got
found that's pretty
Farmer
clever.
hat. That's
I
a
mean-
farmer hat. Right?
Oh yeah, that is for sure. And of course, it's super tiny, so it's really not going to fit on my head. That was a fun one. I picked that up.
That's
Someone from the States happened to have that, so
Oh, fantastic!
isn't that nice?
Fantastic. Yes, I
But
like
a couple of things I picked up that may be a little more hoardish. I picked this up, so it's a lovely.
Hordish, is that a word?
Sure.
Now,
Ooh,
So there's
I
a
like-
game worn signature jersey that is from 2016, and this happens to belong to. Speaking of,
Ooh.
oh, I thought that was a crop top at first.
no, yeah,
James
I
Butler
saved those
Jr.
for the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, a Darrell Walker game worn 2016 jersey. I didn't have a signature jersey, oddly enough, in the collection, so I finally managed to grab
that's
one of
awesome.
those. Yeah, 2016 is not as great a year as 2015 would have been, but
No,
still,
Not this
I-
year.
no, I've got Odell's signature helmet. Now I've got Darrell's signature jersey, so that was kind of cool to get. And
Very
then
cool.
I picked this up from a friend yesterday. He was getting some stuff from another guy and said, "Do you have anything else Edmonton football related?" And he said, "Yeah, he did." And it wasn't really his thing, but he knew it would be mine. So hopefully this can be seen in the picture. Let's take a look. So this
Oh my.
is the
okay, yeah.
1921 Edmonton Eskimos Football Club in Toronto at the Grey Cup. So
Looks
Wow.
fun.
lovely panoramic shot. I have no idea how much you're actually seeing and how much is actually
Yeah, you
reflection.
can see a fair amount of it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's pretty
There
good.
we go. So
Every
yeah,
now and
so
again, you see the lovely Tiffany lamp up top, but yes.
yes, isn't that nice?
Yes, it's lovely. Yeah.
You know, I've
I
got
have
one
a
of those for
question.
sale.
Is
Nice
saying.
plug.
Thank you.
Nice plug.
that
Yeah.
just like a team photo? Because I see no pads.
This is right before they went to play. This
Oh,
is
my
what they
word.
wore. Yeah.
Well,
Now,
it's
don't
closer
forget-
to rugby in those days, right? Yeah.
Was that?
It was closer to rugby.
It was closer. There was no forward pass, and people you
Mm.
tackled from behind, basically. So yeah, shoulder
Yeah, I
pads
still
were
would have
probably
folded
cotton.
like a paperclip though.
Um,
Jeez.
you're, probably. I mean, most of these people here are the biggest guy would have been like 210 pounds, and maybe like
Wow.
6'1", maybe. Most of them
Oh.
were like, 130, 140 pounds, 5'8". But yeah, like I said, so a nice little panoramic shot of the 21 team. I've got a lovely spot that's going to go in the horde. Yeah,
Nice.
so it's been a pretty good week.
That's awesome. Capper is asking, is that an original or a reproduction?
This is a reproduction. There's almost no way I could have got this for anything close to what I traded for it had that's been an original. I've seen photos of the originals, and they're the same size. This one's nice because it actually, I don't know if you can see, but along the bottom it actually has their names.
Oh, black. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Would have saved me a lot of trouble earlier when I had to figure out who they all were in the picture, copy of the picture I had. But it's nice when I was right on all of them, so that's kind of nice. But you have guys, there was a guy named Blossom Seeley.
Oh my
team.
Yeah. Blossom.
Amazing.
Blossom, yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my. Cliffy D said it's a whole team of Sean Whites. That's amazing.
It's true. Maybe a little shorter, but yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But not as good with the women. So yeah.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
We had
Blossom.
We had Blossom.
Blossom Seeley. Hi.
Speaking of ones, all good with the ladies.
I so want Kayla to meet somebody named Blossom now. Yeah, exactly.
Big flowers for eyes. That'd be awesome.
Highlight of the week. Highlight of the week right there. All right, let's get to our next topic, which is I blew it again. It's not week 9, it's week 10.
Oh.
Is it already? Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's already week 10.
Yeah, we had a bye week.
Like that's
game
nuts.
9.
Week 10. Look at that. Fixed. Week 10. Elks versus Riders. There we go. Elks are back at home. Yay. To face the Riders, who are coming off their bye week. 8:00 start time. So, of course, that means the tailgate is open somewhere between 5:30 and 6.
Yes.
And Superfan, what is on the menu?
I believe this week is a mini meatball subs, and Linda is hosting a fundraiser for the CFL Alumni Association, and it's on Facebook. And one of the things I saw in it today when I was looking was a deep fried dill pickle dip, which is looks absolutely delicious. So if I have a chance, I'm going to make some and bring that along with it. So we'll have some dip. We'll have some mini meatball subs. It's going to be great.
Oh, it's going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely. This time when I'm cutting up the buns, I'm going to try not to cut the inside of my hand like I did when we were making the last set of sandwiches, because that was great.
Adds a little extra something
I thought that was ketchup, not blood.
Oh, sorry. Yep. It's all good. You're welcome, Kayla.
Thought I felt a bit vampiric.
It's like I'm just trying to sacrifice anything I can for a win at home. That's all I'm trying to do.
Whatever it takes at this point.
I'm here for them. All right, let's talk about some keys to the game for this game.
Yes.
Show up. We already know that one. Be at the game. Don't be
please attend.
On the sideline. Attendance is important. Yeah. There will be an attendance at the door. Make sure everybody's there. Superfan, let's start with you. What do they need to do to beat the Riders and finally get a win at home?
I think that the Riders, who have lost 3 straight, which is kind of beneficial to us, if we could just maybe jump out ahead and score early. At this point, normally I'd say if we were playing away games, take the crowd out of it. But you almost may need to take the crowd out of this game, because with our attendance lately, there may be more Rider fans there than Edmonton fans. We'll see. But yeah, that would be kind of nice at this point.
Oh my, you're at home. You need to take the crowd out of the game. I hope
not wrong.
I hope that's not the case. Come on, everybody, get your tickets. Come out and cheer on.
So
It's going to be a
fun.
gorgeous night for football. We only get so many nice summer nights for football. Come down, have some fun, have a beer, and watch the game. It'll be great.
Coach Vic's got a great idea: a turf blood sacrifice. That'd be nice.
Oh, well, I guess
Whatever
that's
it
what
takes.
happens putting the buns. Yeah, I'm here to help.
Oh, Flippy D's asking if Blossom Sealy wore 6. No, I'm sorry, he did not.
No, oh,
He wore 18.
Okay, well, so times 3.
Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner, what do you got? Keys for this game?
Throw out your playbook and get another one. I don't know.
On both sides of the ball.
Not wrong.
On all sides of the ball,
Mhm.
special teams, especially. Well, I mean, do you really even have a playbook for that? Like, you're just supposed to tackle or return, but we can't do either. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, it's just like fix everything. Like,
That's
what are
all.
the
Just
keys?
everything.
Like, everything you can think of is like, okay, that's. I'm just. I don't know. Like I said, throw out the playbook and find something else. I don't know. I'm at this point I'm at a loss because nothing seems to work anyway. So I mean all the key you need a freaking like ring of keys.
Mike just read Linda's comment. I'm
Sure
pretty
did.
sure that's yeah. her key to the game was sacrifice gainer.
I'm willing to try it.
Correct. Oh, wait a second. I have a small gainer doll.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
pretty sure you can do that. Could be like
Just
a
give it to
voodoo
Wilson.
doll. Oh, here. Yeah, I'll video that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Jerry's got a great idea. More kickers.
That's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
like that, you lunatic.
That was another thing too. Is I mean, we got rid of our American kicker. We had 3 kickers on the roster, and honestly, the kicking wasn't great.
No, not fantastic.
no.
There was not a lot of Sergio though.
Well,
Like,
2
we're-
converts.
Okay, but yeah, and I understand we need the global player with Nielsen being hurt and all those other
Yeah.
things, but yeah, it's
Who
kind
could have
of
seen that coming?
Yeah, well, no one.
We had a
other
bunch of globals, and we cut them all, including someone who sacked our quarterback
Yeah,
in Thibaut Dubai.
yeah, he was. Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Voices
no.
are
We've
questionable.
stopped talking about that game now.
Oh,
time to-
good.
Block that game out. It never happened. Now we've already talked about it.
Speaking of the game coming up, though, I will probably not be at West of Us for that game.
No, actually, I was getting to that.
Yeah,
There will be no West of Us, and I did announce that at the last show. But
perfect.
there will be no West of Us this week because, hands down, the best part of the game will be
Win
at
or lose.
halftime. Exactly, when 3 of the greats in Joe Holloman, Ed Jones, and
Jim
Jim
Germany.
Germany
Yeah.
go up on the Wall of Honor, and we will all be in our seats, Mike and I, shedding a small tear as we enjoy.
Small. Blubbering like a child. Yep.
Right, yeah, exactly. To welcome those guys onto the wall. It's going to be very, very fun. So yeah, no West of Us this particular week. So make sure you make it to tailgate so that we can all hang out for a bit.
Yes.
And then at halftime we'll all shed a tear, and then we'll hope for the best in the second half. My keys to the game for this one, part of me wants to just say consistency. Like, I don't want to see the same number of changes in the depth chart, but are there guys on the depth chart that I'm like, wow, you really need to take a seat? Kinda. So I'm curious as to how that actually plays out. And I think that could be a difference there. But I hate to steal your thunder, Mike, but balance. We need running and throwing. It can't just be throwing. And I mean, heck, at this point, get Taylor to run around the corner. I don't know, do something. Put Kai Loxley in for a bit at quarterback and let him do both. Like, make the threat there so that we can actually get some balance and move the ball down the field, and we don't have every time the guy says hut, he's running for his life because they're all pinning their ears back, and the offensive line has not really stood up to the pass blocking as well as we would like them to. So it's been a rough go for them. So we need to have some balance somewhere, even if it's not successful. Just keep trying it.
Just keep hitting that nail.
Yeah, exactly. Do the body blows, and hopefully we'll get the punch near the end.
And not the defensive backs. They don't want to hit the body blows.
Yeah, no, they don't want to. No. Wrap up. None of this shoulder check flying garbage.
That's what it says in the playbook.
Shoulder check flying garbage?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Excellent. The next title of the podcast. We have a lot of titles for this podcast. A lot of titles. Yeah.
Al McCann Fan Club.
I love it. All right, let's go to Pick'ems. Pick'ems.
All right.
Don't pick anything what I pick. I'll tell you that right now because I suck at Pick'ems in a big way. Oh,
I went 3 for 4. That wasn't that bad.
No, nope, I did not. Because last minute, for some unknown reason, I went to Ottawa. I don't know why I thought Ottawa, because Calgary always has a hard time with Ottawa. Nope, didn't. Yeah. Well, believe I didn't have a great game, but they found a way to win.
I don't know. Who did I pick against? Sorry, who did I pick against the Argos and the Ticats? Do you remember?
You picked the Argos, and I picked the Ticats. Yeah.
That was my loss this week.
Shoot. Mm-hmm. Wait, and you picked the Elks? Really? Just kidding.
Yeah, I did. Yep, sure did.
Wow. Okay, I went 3 and 4. Wow, that's my best week yet.
I jumped on the Victor positivity train, and
I thought we weren't allowed.
Well, at least you've got fantasy.
Yeah.
At least I got fantasy, where I also sucked. Had the worst score I have ever put up in fantasy.
Well done.
Oh, it was such a bad week. Oh my god. It's like anything I picked last week went to crap. Okay. I better edit that language out because, for just for Will from the Argos Fancast. Okay, there are games this week. On Thursday, we've got Montreal versus Winnipeg in the second of the back-to-back games, Toronto versus Hamilton, and also the second of the head-to-head games, and then BC going into Calgary. So while we are going through our pick'ems, if anybody has a prop bet for the Elks game that they would like to put in the chat, now it's time, and then we will pick our prop bet after we do our pick'ems. Commissioner, let's start with you. Who you got?
Let's just let Andrew pick. We'll take the opposite, and that's it.
Yeah.
You guys will win. All right, here's what I'm picking this week. I'll start. That's fine. I'm picking Winnipeg at home because I want them to lose. I'm picking Toronto on the road because Hamilton can't seem to figure out what they're doing one week to the next. They can't seem to get although, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm taking Hamilton this week because this should be bad McLeod Bethel Thompson week. Just like next week will be good McLeod Bethel Thompson week. And then I am taking BC over Calgary in Calgary. I think the weapons are there. It's going to be a great battle against that defense because that Calgary defense is something else right now. But
they're all healthy,
I'm going to go with Nathan Rourke putting on another show. Superfan, you're next.
Well, I am also picking Winnipeg over Montreal. I mean, we do have the good Trevor, bad Trevor, good Trevor, bad Trevor, and I think he didn't have the greatest game in the last game. He should play better here. This is in Winnipeg. And I just don't see the Bombers losing.
Sorry, there's a really good comment. I'll tell you in a second. Carry on. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Toronto, Hamilton. I'm taking Hamilton as well. I think that it's really tough to win in a back-to-back, both games, and Toronto having won by, 14 against Hamilton in the last week's game. I think that Hamilton kind of figures it out and makes this a lot closer and maybe squeaks out a win by, I'm going to say 3. BC and Calgary, again, they've got a bunch of people that just put on the 6th game, including Trey Roberson, who is, one of their strongest defenders. So I'm taking BC in this one.
All right.
So there you go. Same as you.
Oh, look at wow! I'm so sorry for your luck. Yeah. Holy man! I just wanted on record that I did pick first.
Exactly.
That you followed. I didn't follow your lead, although I usually should have. But that's fine. Please send me your fantasy picks for this week because I suck at fantasy. Okay, Commissioner, who you got in the games?
I thought I I read somewhere that Trevor was not on the injured list.
No, he
So-
took
No.
a vet day.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Okay.
just
But then
didn't practice.
Danny Mac did say he was going to be starting.
Oh. Okay. Because then I was like, VA.
Yeah. No, he's on the 6th game.
Oh, still?
Yeah,
he was in the
he
one
went-
game.
Yeah, and then he went on the 6th game after. So yeah,
Oh.
so that last game was the first, I think, of his 6-game stretch, if I'm
Oh.
not mistaken. But I'm sure Capper and Cliffy will correct me.
Yeah. So yeah, it's at home. Oof. I mean, wouldn't it be great to just have someone beat Winnipeg at this point? Like, it's getting boring. It's a little. I'm sure it's great for Bomber fans, but I'm just like, can we just have like good football, like super competitive? But no.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Correct.
I mean,
And as you say that, I remind everybody that was it 2016 when it was game 8 or 9 and everyone thought O'Shea was going to get canned that week, and he brought in Matt Nichols, and they haven't looked back since then. So
2015.
25th, was it 15?
Yeah, because remember, then we got rid of Matt Nichols because we had some other quarterback. Can't remember his
Yeah,
name.
the greatest quarterback ever that we never played. That one. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
He played then.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man.
Played more.
I'm in the same
Anyway.
situation where I was like dealing with my heart and my head, where my head is it's the same last week. It's probably going to be Winnipeg.
Okay.
So-
that's what.
Oh,
Put it out there in the universe.
Winnipeg.
I still say it sounds like a game show for pirates.
And I'm gonna do the Argos just because like I've seen so much chatter on Twitter where there's so much like vile hatred right now. Like some of the comments, I went down the rabbit hole and I shouldn't have because our game sucks so bad I just got bored and I was like, oh crap, what did I do?
Yeah.
Never read the comments.
I know. But just for funsies, like let's go Argos and like see it heated up even more. 'Cause it's vitriol. It's vitriol.
They got 3 more
And then-
games, yeah.
I was gonna say the Stampeders, but now that you brought up that the injured list, 6 more players went on it. In Calgary again. Oh man. I'll still say Calgary, so they lose.
Nice. Thanks for taking one for the team.
I'm gonna start sending Kayla the games the day before so that she has time to over it before we get to them.
I still will because I always change my mind. Like right now, I'm like, I should just go to Montreal and have like an 0-4 week. It's been a while.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fantastic. Okay, Elks prop bet. Did you see any of the prop bets in the?
Well, I mean, I love Chris Agar's. I think that's a pretty good one. Over under on
which is?
stupid shoulder tackles.
Who's gonna track that? Because it
That's
won't
true.
be me in the game. I love the idea, but I don't think I can.
David Winchester as the Sacks on Sask.
Oh, okay.
And Tyler has prop bet coin toss.
Yeah, which is the one that I laughed at. I'm like, that's
What's the over under on heads?
That's right. Well, that would just be a pick. What is it going to be? Or we could even say, are we going to win the toss or not, and just go from there? Because that's the part that we know we have a real good shot at winning. It's a 50-50 chance.
Woo!
Well, we don't even make
No.
the pick.
Yeah, I know. Still, isn't that crazy? We don't make it, and it's the best chance we have to win the damn game. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right. Well,
Oh
do
dear.
you like those, or do you have another one? Or do you have another one that you would like there, Superfan?
I'm trying to see. Oh, Uncle BD is in the chat as well.
Oh, Uncle BD. Oh,
Yeah, joining late. Did you talk about the 16,799 days since Edmonton has been shut out? Asking for a friend.
Oh,
Asking
not-
for a stats friend.
didn't talk about that.
That's
We
like we're talking
barely-
1976 was the last time we got shut out. I don't want to say who it was against, since we're playing them this week.
Yeah.
But I believe it was 40-0. Yeah, good times.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
I know.
Oh my, yeah. All right.
Linda has the greatest quote of all.
Okay.
With a team of tossers, we should win the toss. I mean, you can't argue science.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike, it's your turn to pick. What do you want for a prop bet here?
That's a good question. Well, with a wounded knee, I'm wondering how many sacks we're going to get on Cody Fajardo.
Sacks
on Sask.
Okay.
Sask sacks. Say that 5 times fast.
We haven't. No. That will end up in another title of the podcast. It's not appropriate.
The old fire filter.
Correct. I'm wondering if sacks on Sask. Now, did their offensive line get healthier again, or are they still playing?
Well, they're on their third center, aren't they?
Third string center. Oh my. All right, I'm gonna set the line at 2.5.
2.5.
I'm gonna say 2.
Okay. So all right, so Kayla, you're taking the under then?
Yeah.
Okay. Superfan?
I'm gonna go over. I think that the last game they got sacked, was it 4 times, 5 times?
Yeah.
And again, you've got a quarterback that has a bum knee. He certainly doesn't run as much as he used to in the past. And of course, he's getting all kinds of critique about that on Twitter, which I find amusing. But
of course you do.
Because they've all played quarterback.
Exactly. I'm like, seriously? Anyway. But that's fine. They're giving us such a break by whining about the Riders. So yeah, I'm going to go with over. I'm going to say that we're going to get 4 sacks in this game.
Ooh. Wow.
I think you're right.
Okay. I'm going to go just over and say 3. But I was thinking under. Just, I don't know, that D line. But man, I tell you, come on, Jamin Pelly, make that move. Get in there, squish that quarterback.
Yep.
Go, man.
Squishy squish. And Jake Serezna.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I'm all over either one. I'm fine with that. Just
I'd be happy. I just want them to save up for Calgary.
It's not like pie. We can have as many as we want.
Oh,
although now I want pie. So anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait, is it too late to order pie? Oh, I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Hashtag Kayla. Okay.
It's a little early for stupid questions, but
that's fair.
That's fair.
Oh
That's
my.
Yeah.
Let's briefly talk about fantasy football. I know we already talked about it, but Mike, you win again.
I've done well. Yeah.
Yeah, you've done very well. I had the lowest score in the entire field, so I sucked this past week.
Well, it didn't help when your quarterback got 1.6 points. I mean, my quarterback had 3.5. That's what I get for picking Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah, well, that'll learn you.
Why would you do that?
I hate myself. That's why.
I hate myself.
Clearly.
Oh my. Yeah, exactly. This week you get Adam from the Canadian Football Meltdown podcast, and I will lose to Oz from Rouge White.
You never know.
Well, I mean, I've started a trend in my CFL fantasy and pick'ems in not picking correctly, so we'll see how that goes. And then we, of course, find all those great shows on CF Pod Network, on Twitter. I did like Uncle BD just saying a future prop bet of receivers targeted. I do like that one. We'll have to put that one in there at some point. Yes,
I do.
Targeted with a catch or just targeted?
Well, he didn't say catches. He said targeted. So
that's true. Yeah.
Basically, how many throws?
Yeah, exactly.
Or how many? Are we talking about how many different receivers are targeted?
That's a good question, actually. Yeah. How many receiver targets in?
Because otherwise, it's just how many throwing and passing attempts.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. I'm glad you're here for this, Superfan.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, it's very helpful. I'm sure he'll put the chat in there, and then we can use that. That'd be lovely. All right. With Pod Power, our sponsors are making it possible for us to amplify the voices of Albertans and Alberta podcasters. This episode, Edmonton Community Foundation is helping us give a Pod Power shout out to Overdue Finds, which is an Edmonton Public Library podcast. Bryce Crittenden and Carolyn Land host conversations about books, movies, music, pop culture, and other interesting news about Edmonton. It's a great way to learn more about what's happening at EPL and about how you can use your library card to access all of EPL's in-person and online services. To listen and find out more about Overdue Finds, head to epl.ca/podcast.
Podcast.
Who doesn't like enough books? Come on now.
I'm a book fan.
Exactly. So this is fun. We have a lot that was in the chat that we need to get to in overtime. So
we do.
Will do that in but mere moments. In the meantime, where does everybody find you guys on the online world? Commissioner Kayla.
On Twitter at Duchess Lombardi. Be kind, please, everybody.
Don't make her read the comments.
Don't do it.
No. And really, even when we get back to it, and I know I've said this a few times, but guys, be kind to each other on Twitter. If you wouldn't say it to somebody's face, don't put it on Twitter. Just be nice.
Worst part is, a lot of people would say it to people's face nowadays. That's very annoying.
That's fair. Just think about it. Would you want somebody to say that to you? And if you don't, then don't do it. Like, be kind. Come on. This is sweet. Spread kindness.
Common sense. But yeah.
And you know, you don't always have to hit like the send or the tweet button. Sometimes it's just cathartic to like type it out and then delete it.
Yeah.
You don't have to always put it out into the world.
I would type it out and be like, oh, I'll go delete it. Oh crap, I posted it.
Yeah.
Well, or write it out then you can
just maybe that's better.
Something. Yeah.
I'll think it in my head and I'll say it out loud, yelling at my monitor.
Have some self-control, Mike. God.
Have you not seen his gin collection?
No.
Yeah.
Or
that's not
all this.
self-control. That's just good sense.
All the stuff behind me and in front of me and to the left and to the right. And
that's a little. Well, who am I to talk with my book? So
that's fair. It's fair. Superfan, where does everybody find you?
They can find me at 56 Parkies, and then the history and horde stuff can be found at the Edmonton Football History Twitter account at EDMHISTOREE.
Wonderful. And you can find me at Freepalicious. And our APN shout out this week goes to the It's a Conspiracy pod.
Good one.
Seems almost appropriate. Every time I bring that up, it seems to be in the right spot. Andrew, Charlie, and Greg lay out all the beliefs behind conspiracy theories, myths, and more. And find them and all the other great shows at the AlbertaPodcastNetwork.com. There we go. Yeah,
best one yet.
Fun with that. I'm trying to change it up every week.
That's true.
Keep people's attention. As I said before, make sure you're following our friends at Pay It Forward with Football as they continue to spread kindness, and please do the same, because that's what we need more in this world, is spreading kindness. And join in.
Do one or the other.
Way to spread kindness, Kayla, or just shut up. That's perfect.
Don't say anything. You can't say anything nice.
Brought to you by Shut Your Pie Hole.
I'm going to change Commissioner's name to Thumper. Oh my. Make sure you join in the huddle with us at the Turf District. You can find that on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, if you're on YouTube Live, stick around for overtime. We will be getting to that in just a moment. Otherwise, we will be back next week, hopefully with another guest, and hopefully to talk about our first home win in, well, over too many days that I don't even want to say. Over 1,000 anyway. Let's talk
August
about our
9th. Wow.
Win. Yeah.
We have one win since August 9th of 2019. One home win.
3 years. Okay. Well, okay. Let's hope that they're talking about our new win. That would be wonderful.
Right.
Wonderful. Fantastic. In the meantime, for Commissioner Kayla and Superfan Mike, I'm Andrew. Remember, you can't catch footballs with your face, and we will absolutely talk to you in a week or in a couple of moments.
go anywhere. It's overtime.
And welcome back to Overtime. Time for us to chat about all other things that are going on, especially in the chat, with probably the best comment we have ever had. Oh, Cliffy D. So outstanding. Yeah, you're very pleasant. Yeah. All right. that was pretty good. That's great. Yeah, take the second to recover to make sure I'm ready to go for these chatting. Okay. All right. Well, we're into some overtime fun, my friends. So,
we are.
Boy, you know, we did a lot of talking on that show, a lot more than I thought we were going to. How do we pull an hour out of that crap?
We're chatty Cathy's.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, good for us.
It's cathartic, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly. At first,
Therapy.
we called the episode "Reverse Therapy."
Yes.
Suggested by Tyler, but this does feel pretty good. All right, so let's scroll back in that chat, Superfan, and what else do we have to talk about?
Well, of course, right after Tim's intro, Tim Capper's intro chat.
That was a very good rendition.
Yeah, that he maybe had loaded up on too much helmet poutine. Did anyone see that great promotion they had?
Oh, we should have talked about that. Yeah, that was. They need to do that. Okay, so did somebody? I thought I saw somebody post something where they had what would be in the helmet for every city.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And
we do have. They did have helmets years ago, like those snack helmets.
Yeah,
and you can often buy them used, not used, but like new old stock. Online
like,
for pretty cheap.
You.
I've got a few here, and they were like 30 some odd bucks.
That's weird. You have some there?
I know.
Oh wow!
It's they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be kind of cool if every team did something like that, I think.
So, what would you guys say? What would be in the Edmonton helmet if they did one? What would you put in the Edmonton helmet?
For the players, gruel.
No.
Until you win, this is what you get.
Oh, you get
and it's in your helmet.
It's in your own helmet, and then you have to wear it.
A bucket of cream of wheat. Enjoy.
Oh, yuck. Oh, yeah. Okay. So.
Made by a 6-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know if I could top that, but I don't know. For a fan.
Oh, for the fans that did show up.
Yeah, correct.
Big old thank you note. My goodness.
Big old thank you note. Yeah. I would like to see it with mini donuts. I think that would be cool.
Oh, good Lord.
Like that would be a good size for mini donuts. And then in the front, you could have like extra dippers of like cinnamon and sugar. Like, that'd be awesome.
I will never fit in my seat again.
What was that?
Go ahead, Mike.
I was saying, like at this point, I'll never fit in my seat again. But whatever, I'm in.
Okay, but Kayla, what did you say?
Oh no, it just seems like Edmonton loves their donuts. There's so many donut shops.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah. I could go for that. I see that the suggestion was made that of pierogies. I know that has been
pierogies would be great.
Definitely brought up. I could see even just like popcorn where you had like dippers on the side. That would be kind of cool, right?
Linda says green onion cakes.
It's a hard pass for me. But
that's very Edmonton, though.
It is very Edmonton. That's very true. You know what? We're close enough to Banff. Can we put beaver tails in there? That'd be awesome.
I'm not sure. Just one beaver tail rolled up and shoved in
there. Like 4 of them, all sticking out the top. Oh, yay! Joe Pritchard knows what I'm talking about because he had one this past week. That's exciting.
Oh, lucky man.
Exactly. No, I think those are very good. All right, carry on with the chat there. I got carried away with all the food chat, and yeah. Can we put pie in one of those?
Donaires.
Oh, yeah, that would be all right.
Edmonton loves his donaires.
That it does. Yeah. Fries. Big thing of fries.
Yeah.
Gravy and the front dipper thing. Gravy and ketchup, so that you could go back and forth between the two.
Yep. So good.
I mean,
Yeah. Let's what else we got here.
Parmesan waffle fries, Mike. Yeah.
Oh, garlic parmesan waffle fries. The 4 greatest words in any
Correct.
order.
Exactly.
Coach Vic says one positive from the last game, we did win the coin toss. So,
Did we?
baby
Keep on
steps,
rolling.
baby. Baby steps.
Neat. Yes. That'd be all right.
So Tim Capper did ask, and we have a statistician in the chat. This is the perfect time to ask.
Yes, it is.
What is the most points the Edmonton franchise has given up to one team in a single season?
In a single season? Oh
Yeah,
my
so
goodness.
multiple games against the same team. What's the most points?
Oh man.
There's something for the game notes.
Yeah. Uncle BD, paging Uncle BD.
And how close are we to breaking it this year?
Yeah. I was gonna say it's gonna be broken this year.
Well, I think that we were also we were chatting about that on Twitter with Uncle BD about has this been the most subs or change of players that we've had and signings and things that we've had in a season?
Yeah.
And
So we're in
he
the
said it was going to
70s.
be in the game notes, so we were in 70s or something, but I think the record was 89 or something. So
Yikes.
we're getting close, and we're not even week 10
Halfway.
yet.
We're not even at game 9 yet
Yeah.
out of 18. So yeah, super.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uncle BD said, "Give me a moment on that other stat."
I'm sure. And then Tim also asked, what was the largest margin of defeat again over that season? So
Okay.
not only how many did we score, but how many were scored against us. Yeah, pretty crazy. Coach Vic says we didn't let them break 50, or maybe they had mercy and just didn't break it themselves. 100%.
Yeah.
At that point, they were running the ball a lot more because they wanted to make sure everyone stayed healthy. There were enough people on Twitter asking why Rourke was still in the game, and the commentators.
Yeah.
Dusty Nielsen and Suits were asking why Rourke was still in the game, because at that point, it didn't look like he was trying to break any records.
Right.
They had talked about him breaking Dunnigan's record. I knew there was no chance they were going to break that record.
Yeah, that's true.
The reason Dunnigan broke that record at that point is because we kept it close when we played Winnipeg. Like, he had 713 yards, but only won by 2 scores.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So this was like a 30 some odd point, margin at this point. There's no point in going for, touchdowns.
That's true.
And we're playing them 3 times, not 4. So it's total points don't even come into it. Ken says there are too many changes on the roster. I don't know. I know there have been injuries, but can someone tell me WTF Duron Carter was doing at safety? That's a great question. I'm not sure what he was doing at safety, but I think it's safe to say the wrong thing often happened there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think the thing is I just want to. I thought the last game, like, he did get better as the game went on, right? Like the Winnipeg game.
Yeah, what was this, like the last game?
Yeah, the Winnipeg game.
The previous game, yes.
Before this one. Yeah, the previous game. And this one, he struggled for sure. So, but
not his greatest game.
No, not his greatest game. On the other hand, completely unrelated, but have you listened to the Antler Up from last week?
No, it's on my list.
It's actually it's good. I would recommend listening to it. He's an interesting character.
Oh, I've watched them all.
Yeah. So I would recommend it for sure. Yeah. And of course, it's our good friend Morley, but it's a good conversation with Duron.
Yeah. I love the series. I think it's another great series that the team has been putting out. And of course, when you've got Morley asking the questions, it's always going to be great anyway.
Yeah.
But just, I love that his last question is always, who's the most famous name in your phone?
Yes. Yeah.
In your address book. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then Duron Carter's answer that, probably his dad. Oh, wait, no.
No, wait. It wasn't his dad in the end.
No.
I can't remember who he said in the end.
There's a rapper, Queen.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Rapper from Florida.
Yeah.
There's a bug in here. Sorry. I'm whacking my hand at something, but I'm
What-
not doing
what are
anything
you
wrong.
doing?
It was just, there's a bug. Yeah, I had to get rid of it.
Let's go with that. Coach Vic, talking about Duron Carter, was lost out there. He was running around with what appeared to be no clue. Jerry Cooper referring to with running backs with only 6 carries between the two of them. That's just his biggest disappointment in the game. Yeah, I hear you. Welcome to my world on that one.
Yeah. Saskatchewan's running power eyes, and we're running the ball 6 times a game. Mike's crying.
Jason Moss is running power eyes.
I know.
Like, come on. Chris Agar, shoulder checks are for hockey. I 100% agree. I understand that maybe it looks good on TV to have the big blow up play, but in football, like, they're on their feet. They're not on skates. You're not taking them off of their feet more often than not. You
actually have to wrap and get a touch.
Especially when you've got shorter guys that have a lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
Unless you're Duke Williams, like, what was it, circa 2019?
Yeah.
Oh, where he blew that guy up. Yeah. That was.
But again, he's not a DB. Well, he would be in a Chris Jones. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's fair. Oh my.
Oh dear. Ken's not as optimistic maybe on the rest of the year as Victor Kiwi. The players on both sides of the ball in general are taking turns making mistakes on different plays. And if it continues, we may only win 4 games this year. Again, it's one of those things that I think that the team is going to improve as it goes on. So I think that we will be winning more than 4. So we'll do better last year. See?
Correct. Yeah. That's the improvement.
They only have to win 5 for me to be like, all right.
Like, but then
that was my set 5.
Well, and I think, like, we talked about, taking the team apart, and I saw at one point Coach Vic had said we didn't just take it to the studs, we took it to the foundation. There's right, so it takes time to build the house.
And with the injuries we've got too, right?
Oh, the injuries have been ridiculous.
We've got a couple of trays that could come back soon. That'd be nice.
That would be great. Yeah.
But, we'll see.
One in particular. Yeah.
Well, both really.
I mean,
get a linebacker and a quarterback. Those are both pretty important.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
Tim Capper chanting "Horde, Horde, Horde." Linda saying "Holy X, nice, wow." I'm assuming that can only be for one thing.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Clearly, the Al McCann fan club.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, truly had one of the slickest comb-overs in journalism.
That he did.
Yeah, Linda Wood Edwards. They often used newspapers for padding. I'm not sure she's kidding. Talking about the 20s. Yeah. I mean, her father played for a different team in the 1930s, and even played in the Grey Cup back in the day. So, it's probably not far off from the truth, and might be the truth. So, they weren't exactly all wealthy back then, right? So,
yeah.
Coach Vic talking about who wore pads in 1921. I don't know, Coach. Who did wear pads in 1921? They ran like the wind. Different era, different game. Coach Vic says, "Forget to score early. Just score." Sounds like Andrew in high school. So.
Hey, wait a second. Title of my sex tape, right? Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah. You're welcome, Commissioner. I was going to say she's going to hide.
Yeah. We all are.
Yeah.
Chris Agar says they could return the opening kickoff for a touchdown and make me get a haircut. Anything's plausible.
I think your hair is safe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what part of the multiverse you're in, but, yes, it is possible.
Oh, if they get past the 50, like, we should do another thing with Chris. Like, I'll braid it or something, Another incentive to just get down the field.
He's still pretty safe.
If he gets past the 50, you get to braid your hair. Oh, my. I want to see that in the stands. Anyway.
You said 50, not 15, right?
I said 50. Yeah, 50. Yeah.
Just checking.
That's good. Good
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems really mean to do that to Chris. He might still be safe at 15.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
We were talking about how we were just hoping to see anyone beat Winnipeg. Coach Vic says, I kind of think this is what it felt like in the era of the Eskimos dynasty to cheer for anyone else other than the green and gold. Yeah, well, too bad for them.
Yeah. That's your team. You don't care, right?
That was us, not
Bomber
them.
fans. Yeah.
And it did contain the greatest team ever to play football. Anyway. Just saying.
Oh, Uncle BD came back with the stat for Capper. I can see the bottom, so you're going through, which is great. But Uncle BD says that Sask in 2007 beat us by scored a total of 149 points against us. So how close is BC now? They're at 59 plus 46.
Yeah, so 105.
Yeah, so and they have one more game. You can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They only need 44 points?
Oh,
45 points, and they beat the record. Wow.
That's right.
Uncle
and then we got to play the second half. So,
right,
I mean,
the stats, so cool. Uncle BD, we have to have him back on the show.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So we have Chris Agar saying the Saskatchewan's O-line is rather porous.
Yeah.
So we could get a whole bunch of sacks.
That's why I was saying 2.5. Like I don't know. It's I don't know. I hope we can get back there. But
Coach Vic thinks we'll get 4. So that's good.
Ooh,
clearly he's right.
Okay.
Jerry Cooper says we've only had 11 sacks all season, but I'm still going with the over.
Attaboy, Jerry.
That's right.
That's some positive thinking right there.
Well, I mean, Joe Holloman's there. They got to do it, right?
That's right. This is the time. Correct.
They got 2 of the
if
5.
Germany is there, we should run the ball. You're welcome, Mike.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Can Jim Germany play? Because he'd probably be better.
With how few times we run the ball, probably.
He can block pretty well. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh my.
Some definite interesting future prop bets. So we have the receivers targeted, of course.
I'm gonna
Dave Winchester says dropped balls by receivers.
Oh, that would be hard to track though.
Yeah, because that's the thing is you get targeted versus caught, but you don't know if they dropped the ball or.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, yeah, they're all older than 6. So
Uncle BD says future prop bet rushes over 10 yards.
Oh, over 10 yards. I'll take the under.
Yeah. Well, now
I don't even know what the prop line is, but I'll take the under. Yeah. Okay.
And of course, Uncle BD's greatest one, future prop bet: number of times I stick a fork in my eye socket because we're not running the damn ball.
I'll take the over. 4.5.
Yeah. And then Cliffy D's greatest post ever.
I asked you to be nice. That's all I ask. All I asked for is be nice on social media.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is in my chat feed, it actually edited that out. It's not in there. Like I went scrolling back to look for it, and it's not in there. And
there's
that's too bad because that was a really funny.
Well, he self-edited the curse word, so.
Oh, did he?
Oh, that's weird.
But it didn't go in there. So anyway, that's funny. Carry on. Sorry.
Yes. Ken Ludwig's sweet, nourishing gruel. See, it's a great helmet food. So
Wonderful.
Tim Capper is asking a question. In your opinion, how bad were the air horns in Montreal Thursday? And is the fan to blame or TSN?
Ooh, 2-part question.
Yes.
Did you watch that game, Commissioner? No. Okay.
Andrew could act it out for you.
It was the same complaint that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
2 years ago, whatever. Yeah.
I will say that in the first quarter, because I had it on upstairs, we were watching it, and even Riley said, "Oh my God, what is it with that horn?" And I'm like, I know, it's annoying, and it takes away from watching the game because it's just so. Like,
was it throughout, like both sides?
Oh yeah, like it was.
It was constant.
Whenever
the guy was sitting near, or the couple were sitting near a microphone. So
yeah. So, and that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say is that if I was in the stadium, do I think I would have really? I might have been able to hear it, but I don't think it would have been annoying. but I would say TSN needed to fix that. They need to, wherever their mic is, it was way too close to the horn for that. It'd be interesting to hear it in the background, but it almost was in the foreground of the conversation, and so it was very distracting. So but I don't know. I don't know that I completely fault the fan, other than the fact that, doesn't it drive them crazy? Like I have a hard time with like heavy cowbells too. And I know lots of people do that, but it's like, wow, that's like I get loud, but I would rather be voice loud myself, but that's just me.
Got a fever.
And the fact that they do it throughout the game and not when the defense is on the field makes me just like question, are they all there? Do they understand the game? Is it something like
mostly
maybe
just when the defense was on though?
Oh, that's what I meant.
No.
Was it throughout the game, or was it like constantly like or just when the defense, like, did he actually do it right?
Now the flight deck guys could answer this. I've heard, at least from Twitter, and we all know what a bastion of truth Twitter is.
Exactly.
That air horns are not banned at Percival Molson. Now they definitely are banned at Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Saskatchewan. You cannot bring an air horn; it will be confiscated. Is that the case at Percival Molson? Can you bring in air horns? And if so, does that mean we're going to have a lot more of them next week?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are responding in the chat. The horn was distracting from the game, says David Winchester. Jerry says it was terrible. I actually turned off the game and watched the movie instead.
Wow.
Linda said, while I wouldn't want to sit near the horn, there are distractions in the stadium, but on the broadcast, it's just the noise and it is unbearable. Volume off. If TSN could move their mics, I'm good. Cliffy D says, part of me wanted to turn off the game too, and I was there.
Oh, Cliffy's on fire tonight.
He is. It's a good one.
Fire. That was a great one. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was great. Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to, that's the way that they, if the people in their section aren't telling them to stop it.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to think that, somebody somewhere would be like, okay, we got it. Like, can you, take a break for a little bit? Because we're all dying over here.
Apparently they're not air horns. They are manually operated. So it's hand cranked.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you could see them actually. They showed them on the game, and this looks horrible, but they're like, like it was totally, yeah. So I did know that they were crank ones. Although let's give extra points to the Winnipeg Twitter team for their post after the game, where they had the slow crush of the air horn all the way down. Like it was, nice. It was fantastic. It was very, awesome. Very good game. Yeah.
That's how you have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Linda does say, I think I have met the Montreal Horn people. Actually seemed good, but I suspect if they had kids, someone gave them drums when they were little. It's annoying and, in my opinion, rude as well.
Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, although we have a little junior-sized drum kit in our house, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But does he play it to the entire football game?
Well, we could bring it. See. He could be what's the guy's name in BC? Is it Stinky Pete or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Stinky Pete. That's what we're gonna call him.
That's what his name is for us.
Crazy Pete. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he hits that drum a lot. Linda's saying, "Tell me WTF Ron Carter is doing anywhere in our lineup." That's a great question.
Fair point.
Ken says he makes a good interview, and that's about it.
He does. He's great off there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Tim is saying that Cliff and I sat near the horn people a few years ago. It is a tad annoying.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Is that to some degree, and I don't want to tell another fan how to fan, but Chad sits beside me and he's really heavy on the cowbell, but he also, after a while, will take a break because he knows that
right in your face.
Like, well, and that's the thing, right? Is like, okay, I get it. Just a little less, like, just for okay. Because holy crap, can he ever make that thing loud? Holy,
yes,
geez, it's ridiculous.
It's a gift.
It is, yeah.
Chris Hager says, Coach Vic, talk some positivity into those people.
Okay. That's for the return, right? Is that what
Yeah.
that's about? Yeah. Okay. Chris really wants to cut his hair.
He does.
Yeah.
Coach Vic says he's charging his batteries for the weekend. There will be positivity.
Oh, yes, there will be. Oh, I actually get to go hang out with the positivity on Thursday night because we're going to get to watch that game
Nice.
again. We're going to get to hang out with Coach Vic. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be awesome.
So Brian did say, of course, Saskatchewan in 2007 had 149 points, but second place was Calgary in 2010 with 144. Third place, you got to go back to 1949.
Whoa.
And 142 points. Now, I think we played Calgary like 18 times that year, but still, maybe not that many. But
wow. Okay. Yeah, well, BC needs 45 points in that last game to take that record.
So Uncle BD is saying, which of the 3 Wall of Honor inductees are you happy for? Maybe happiest for? Because
yeah, I was going to say happiest because I'm happy for all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. All of them deserve it.
That is a tough one. I would say I think Joe Holloman is still the big one for me because I always thought he should be on there. Whenever anybody said who's the next guy, I always said Joe Holloman. Right? So
I think Joe Holloman is the obvious answer to me. I thought, once you had guys like Larry Highbaugh going up there, I thought, why not Holloman? They both had some great years playing essentially a mirror opposite of each other at the, one was a left corner, one was a right corner. But I think Jim Germany is one of the most underrated players. They always talked about some of the great running backs. And even if you mention great Edmonton running backs over the last 73 years, you almost never have anyone mention Germany. And he's a guy that at one point led the league in rushing. Yeah. And was a great blocker and could take the ball out of the backfield. So, but I mean, Ed Jones, same thing though, right?
Yeah.
Like he's another guy that because we had Holloman and Highbaugh, people maybe didn't mention Jones as much. Jones had more all CFL All-Star years than Holloman did.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
He had 3 and Holloman only had 1. So, I mean, I don't know if I could pick one. This is Sophie's choice, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All good. All good. Yeah.
I'm not sure what Lynn is talking about, but it's a new title of the podcast. They did it for the D. I'm thinking she's talking about the horn people.
Horn people. That's what. Yeah, exactly.
The horny people did it for the D. Got it.
Yeah, you took that line right as I was about to say it.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, yep. Thank goodness for.
They were knowledgeable. Yeah.
Kayla's just sitting there. I'm not saying anything. I thought your screen had actually frozen for a bit there. You were just so straight faced for that whole thing. Not even a snicker.
Practicing.
Just gone to her happy place.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is just not here. So apparently these hand-powered horns are $15 on Amazon, says Jerry Cooper. So
really,
wait to see them in the next game.
Yippee!
I would kind of laugh though if like more people went there and got the air horns and just like went bananas. I'd kind of find that funny, like just trolling via sound.
Although the best troll out of this was the Montreal Alouettes tweet. Was that today? Did you see that?
That's Coach Vic's talking about that.
Oh, where we take this very seriously. Please respond to this tweet, and then they made it so you couldn't respond to the tweet.
Yeah. So everyone just quoted the tweet, and so they could respond to it.
It was so funny.
It just like makes people angrier, and then they just say dumb stuff. It's
yeah.
Oh, I didn't chase down the quote tweets. I just thought it was very funny. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, neither did I. But I'm just, it's Twitter. We can expect crap.
Yes. I'm sure that's where it went. Yes.
And then everyone's talking about the guy that hits the drum is Crazy George. I mean the guy that currently does it, not Crazy George, the guy that invented the wave.
Oh, okay.
Was back in the day for BC, but no, the current guy. I think it's Crazy Pete or Crazy P or something like that.
Yeah, it could be. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I still say Stinky Pete. Chris Agar says, it's not that I want to cut my hair. I would just like to see a bleeping bleep touchdown from a kick.
Oh, good editing.
I can't argue.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I like that.
Ken says, I see that the Stampeders have scored 79 points in 2 games against the Elks. so far this year, and 2 more games to go with the Labor Day double dip.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I guess they get the 4, don't they? BC.
Well,
only
except
has
we're going to
3.
beat them, so I mean, just saying.
So that okay, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, excellent.
Liffy again on fire.
Okay.
So talking about if he would get a kick touchdown, he would cut his hair. What
Yeah.
do they need to do for a mullet?
That could be the one past 50. You just have to shave the sides.
The Kentucky waterfall. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, how do we get the Marco Sincar cut?
Oh, it is. So it is Crazy P. Patrick Crazy P. Thomas.
There you go. All right, perfect.
And I mean, if he made it up, I'd still believe it. So
Yeah, exactly. It's very true. But you know, Jerry's pretty on it, I would say.
he's in touch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Thursday night, BP and Sylvan all are welcome to join us, says Coach.
There you go. Yep. Thursday night, Boston Pizza, Sylvan Lake.
I'm guessing there's only one.
Yep.
Okay, that makes it
And,
easy.
Yep. So anyone who's close, come join Coach Vic and I as we watch Montreal and Winnipeg and make jokes about how there is no horns in Winnipeg.
Or an airport.
Or
So
an thank you. I'm so glad you jumped on that. Brazilian ties. Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone's noticed, but Victor Kiwi did tweet out something just a couple of minutes ago.
I missed that.
They are having a pregame dinner, social mixer, free salsa lessons for singles. Pre-game dinner and singles mixer on the 13th of August from 6 till 8. So right before the couple hours before the game.
Oh, that's cool. Except, of course, it's cutting into our tailgate time, but that's fine.
And you're not single.
I meant for people to join us. not
Right.
to go there. Jeez, what are you talking
That's a
about?
good save.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Commissioner's like, ooh, salsa lessons. No. No.
They teach you how to make salsa? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Perfect.
They provide the tortilla chips.
That's right.
I already know how to do both.
There you go. At the same time?
Yes.
Nice.
I have a lot of spare time on my hands.
Well, let's wait for your other YouTube channel. This is going to be great.
Salsa with Commissioner. Yeah. Wait,
Salsa
what?
on salsa.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my, that's funny. You know what? I love it. I like the idea. Do other reasons to have people come out, right? Like I like that. Yeah. So
Linda says she's out. No time for sit-ups.
I don't know what you're talking about all the time in the
But
world.
there is the alumni wine tasting coming up.
Oh my.
Oh yes, and it was in September, right? September 18th.
September 15th or 18th or
Yeah, I think it was that Saturday, was it not?
yes.
I will tell you.
Saturday is the
17th. There you go.
17th of September.
I don't
Yes.
remember. Do you have to get invited or is it ticket based?
It is ticket based,
Cool.
but it's from the alumni.
Yes.
Joke.
So we have to get tickets through the. I wonder if do they have those on the website, Linda? On the website where we could order our tickets. That would be a good spot
Yeah.
to order tickets to go.
And then if you order a bunch, then you get a discount. Plus, it's just a bunch of alumni around as well, pouring
Yes.
drinks. It's where we
Yeah.
discovered Sucker Punch.
It is this. When you shared that memory of the Sucker Punch drink, like again.
Yeah,
Like-
Brian Edwards posted it on my wall.
Oh,
Have you
that's-
tried this? Yes, I have.
Oh man, yes. I wish we could still have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's no Sucker Punch.
No, a few things are.
Yeah.
Linda says you can talk to me, re-ticks.
Oh, yay. All right then.
Need ticks? Talk to Linda. She's the woman.
Wonderful. As per usual, as per always. Yes.
So
And I see there's another thing about most points scored by the Elks in versus one team in a year. Okay, so that's the opposite direction of how
Right.
many scored on us. Okay, yeah.
we are not breaking that record this year, but yeah,
No, we're not breaking that record. This new.
unless we completely destroy one team that we haven't played yet.
Well, we do get 2 Ottawa games.
There you go. If we
I
can
don't
score
think we're
like
gonna-
74 points a game,
Only?
you're
Wow.
telling me there's a chance.
There's a exactly. We might
Coach
get
Vic talking about the singles mixer. This is cool. I'm glad they're doing something new.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's amazing.
David Winchester says, I'll be there. I'm guessing he's talking about the wine tasting and not the singles mixer, because I don't think Jennifer would like that very much.
I'm guessing so. Yes, that's probably.
So there it is, 1991 versus Saskatchewan. We dropped 170 points on them that year.
Really? Wow.
And that was one game. So
you have that game, right? I want to watch it. Yeah.
it was a close one. Could have gone either way.
Can I please have all the 1991 season from you, Mike? I need those games.
Let's see, we beat them 31, 54-24 one game, 44-41. Yeah. We had a good year versus them.
They were all close games though, yeah. Holy cow.
Well, 54 to 24 is not a close game.
No, but I meant the other ones. There was some that were close. Put it that way.
Yeah, some close.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, that I think we've gotten through it all.
In so many ways, yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
We've gotten through it.
Oh my. Well, this was awesome.
That's true.
So yeah, we should wrap up for this evening, and then we can be ready to come back next week to talk win, because that's
yes,
or at least not absolute crap. Like, let's go in the mid. Let's find the middle ground there. Win is great. Competitive is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I would give me some more positives to talk about.
Please and thank you. A win.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
Win is definitely I'd be happy about that, but I'm gonna go with that. So thank you for everyone for joining us. Really, really appreciate all the comments and the laughs this evening. Definitely needed them.
Cathartic.
After, Saturday nights. We do absolutely appreciate that. So thank you for joining us, and we will be back next week with a new guest, and we will be talking about the Elks and their big win, right? There we go. Lovely. Like and subscribe, all those things. So thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for all the laughs, and we will chat with you next week. I'm Andrew, Superfan Mike, and Kayla. Remember, can't catch football to your face. We will talk to you next week.